welcome back, everybody, again to the interview section of the channel, the playlist of the interviews where I'm interviewing people with very, very strong mindsets. I have a very smart and brilliant and beautiful guest at this point in time, Miss Opportunity. But before we begin, let me go ahead and let y'all know. Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. And yeah, I want y'all to really get some of this information, and y'all can see that I'm doing a lot more of the other gender because I really need that to be on the channel. I want this to be a dual type of thing, not just me coming from male perspective, right? So I met Miss Opportunity, man, I can't remember how long ago it was. It was a few years ago. But
Yeah.
I mean, man, talk about a woman that's on a mission, right? I think I was
Mhm.
helping out at the time because I was doing just videography and photography. I believe I was helping out with one of your shows. Like,
Opportunity Live.
yeah, extra camera work and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
there's a number of things that you have going on, and you have a really strong mindset to continue to go on that course. So
Mhm.
that's definitely why we have you here. But go ahead and introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and where they can follow you.
Okay, no problem. Well, once again, I am Miss Opportunity. I am the CEO of Key to the Puzzle Entertainment. It is something that I developed in order to help entrepreneurs reach a certain platform to connect with their, specific demographics. So I help out with commercials, marketing strategies, marketing consulting, brand consulting, also management as well, brand management. I recently have been working again with Blue Gecko Printing. They do all your print necessary needs in order to have like that presentational look, that professional look. I've also been working with Agape Love. They are a facility that basically is an outreach facility. So if you need that one-on-one therapy, if you need help, assistance with substance abuse, if you're going through any trauma, they have all the necessary things there in order to basically help you out and just get those hurdles. Especially if you're that strong friend and you're used to always being the one to get depend on, they help you with that. So I've been working
All
with
right.
them along, like I said, artist management. Still got Jers. Rizzo's coming along, so I'll be introducing her soon. But that's just kind of what I got going on. A little bit of everything. I'm still with Icebreakers. I'm sure you still remember, but yeah,
Yep.
everything.
All right, that's what's up. So with all of that going on, and you don't have any kids yet or anything like that, right?
Hey, I have Nipsey, my dog.
Right.
That's as close to it as I'm gonna get right now. That's
All
as close to it as I'm gonna get. But he right here running amok right now. Come here,
right.
Nipsey.
So let's kind of go into like how that all came about. Like you're fairly young, right? And so
Mhm.
it's like what got you into entrepreneurship to begin with? Like how did you begin this whole journey?
Well, I kind of started off as an intern. Like I just like being a part of things, and as me being a part of different groups, different organizations and stuff like that, I've noticed that the people that assist with scholarships or nonprofit organizations, like for instance, I'm part of the Black Student Union. I've been their president. I'm a part of the alumni situation. I'm also a volunteer to YWEP, which is an organization that's geared towards teenagers and helping them succeed. There is no support on the government level. And when it is, it comes through a form of a grant.
Mm,
So when it comes to getting scholarships, getting jerseys, getting materials, getting anything, it was always the mom and pop shops that was assisting us or that was allowing us to use their parking lots or their water for, you know, um, car washes or anything like that. Yet
yeah,
they don't have a line around their front door to get deals like Nike does or Jordan does or anything like that. So it's almost like the representation and the marketing was just not there. There was no support there. But if anything goes wrong, if there's a funeral, if there's anything like that, those are the people you run to. So
right.
I decided, you know what, I'm going to give them their roses while they're here. I'm going to give them the recognition that we need. So I created the talk show so we can interview them. People can actually get to know the owner behind the company because there's too
Mm,
many times to where we invest in a company, we support an individual and find out they don't even like us. Like, for instance, how long has people been supporting Gucci? Or before Gucci, it was Tommy Hilfiger. And those owners,
Right.
they come out and they start talking about our culture, about our skin pigmentation and our religion. And it's just like, yo, we cannot continue to financially support these people that are not helping us at
Right.
all, period.
Right.
So
Right.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give them that platform so people can know, hey, this resource is available. It's right around the corner from you. They know what you go through. They're just like us. They have similar history. Let's keep the money where the money should be at. So
Right.
that's just kind of how I got started. And from that mentality, I just started building from there. That was my purpose. That was my calling. And I just ran with it.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, dude. Yeah, because it's difficult out here, and you got to bring awareness so that people know, because it's not something that is just readily seen. A lot of people are still kind of caught up in like the news or social media, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that stuff is not going to be even portrayed on there, and if it is, it's lost in a sea of a whole bunch of different other distractions. So
Exactly.
that's a really, really good thing to do. And something that I'm looking to try and help out with is definitely helping people to shape their mindsets on how do you need to think to be able to go into this realm to break free from that type of mentality. Like you said, it's like sitting there supporting somebody that really doesn't like you, but then it's like, oh, but it's popular, so I don't know, should I still wear it, should I not? It's like you
Right.
got to
It
be
was
able to
that thing
think.
that, like, well, what else is out there? There is no alternative. We have no choice. Granted, the Black and Brown community has a long way to go when it comes to getting the support or the supporters that we need. For instance, especially out here in Arizona, we don't have a lot of family based or minority owned grocery stores. We don't have car mechanics and all that other stuff. So the essential things, I get it, that's our only choice. But there are so many options, especially when it comes to health. Like, you don't have to use Western medicine. There's actual, you know, certified herbalists out here that would give you an organic, healthier way to, cure diseases and stuff like that. So the information just has to be there. There's so many times that we're stuck on, I would say, the previous generation's living cycle, that
Yeah.
we can't seem to break those habits, and we're just continuing the cycle of generational curses. Like, for instance, back then the only way to be successful is you had to have a degree. You know what I
Right.
mean? You have to have a degree. So you bust your ass. I don't know if I cuss. I'm sorry. So
No.
you bust your butt, to get a part of these industries and get in these universities and these community colleges and stuff like that. And you spend thousands of dollars and go into debt just to find out that a lot of this stuff you don't need to go to school for. Like, there's such thing as charter schools. There's such thing as just getting a certificate or a license to do something. You don't necessarily have to pay thousands of dollars in order to get it. And majority of the stuff that you're going to learn in college, you're not even going to use. And when you do get the job, they're going to tell you everything you learned in college, throw it out the window, because I'm going to teach you how I want you to do it anyway.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So you got to break that stigma. So, and not only that, but setting boundaries with the companies. Like, you have to remember, you don't have to take a lot of stuff from your boss or your manager or the owner of the company. They can't talk to you any kind of way. So giving the loyalty to these type of companies that's constantly disrespecting you, constantly do it just to pay bills. Is that the life you really want to live? Is that the mentality you want to pass on to your kids? It's like, you got to work for $1, never take time for yourself, never have peace within you because you got to pay bills. I mean, I've done it. I've been in that situation before where all I did was work, because bills is due every month and they don't stop. But then you have to remind yourself, like, is all of this really worth it? Do I really need to have this big old house and it's just me? Do I really need to drive this fancy car, or can I just go to something else? You know what I mean? So it's just like, you got to find what's important to you rather than just be manipulated by the system, because everything out here costs.
Yeah. It's so funny. I decided to kind of watch a little bit of it. I'm gonna have to finish it, but I was watching a little bit of the dang, it's like the Magic Johnson and the Lakers thing on Netflix, because
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to compare it, because I watched the Jordan one, the Bulls one,
Mm-hmm.
right? and it's completely different, by the way. But
Yeah.
what was interesting about that is even back then, it hit me. You just hit me when you said breaking the stigma of the previous generation, because he got offered something from the executives, and he declined it, and his pops was super upset, like, what are
Hmm.
you doing? I got to do this, I had to do this, I had to keep my mouth closed, this, that, and the other. And he like,
Hmm.
pop, they looking for me though, like, you
Right.
got to recognize what's going on. I'm like, oh
Right.
man, it's because it's like he was so ready to jump on that opportunity because it
Hmm.
seems like this is all I can get, or
Right.
this is really good. This is way over what I've ever gotten. But that don't mean that you can't get better even from that state, because, and simply because, like he was saying, he recognized, yo, I'm bringing what they need to the table. I get it, that we are being invited, this, that, and the other, but at the same time, I'm the one who gonna fill the seats up. You know what I mean? In
Exactly.
the arena. And when you open your mind and open your awareness to that understanding and standing in your own power like that, it's a
Hmm.
complete game changer. Like,
Right.
you don't put up with none of that stuff no more. And we
Right.
shouldn't really have to. The only reason why it continues, why, is because we put up with it. Like, that's
Exactly.
really the
And
only
then
reason.
not only that, but even Jay-Z said it. He said, when I walk into a board meeting, I walk into as myself. I don't need to be there. They need me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember that mentality. At the end of the day, I'm going to do it regardless, with or without them. I don't care if I have to take a pay cut from it. I'm gonna do it my way because this is the way. This is my purpose. You know what I mean? This is what I'm supposed to do, and take pride into that. So there's just don't sell yourself over money because it's not worth it. At the end of the day, you gotta go home and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, did you really do what you wanted, or did you sell out?
Yeah. Yeah. And whew, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard
Hmm.
pill to swallow, because that just transcends so many
Yeah.
different ways of thinking, y'all. Man, this is good. I really appreciate you being on here, because it's for people that are in that corporate atmosphere. What we're saying, it probably sound good, right? It probably sound
Hmm.
good. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, they motivated me. But again, it's like, but how do you get enough inside of you to transition? How do you get enough um courage to be able to be like, yo, I'm betting on myself. I'm gonna truly bet on myself, right? What was one of the major things that made you think that way?
Um, just seeing what I didn't want to be. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Because I saw both sides of it. I saw what it was like to be successful and be unhappy. Like I literally used to have friends that had money at their fingertips. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like money was not an issue for them at all whatsoever, and they were still unhappy. They were still like, "I'm gonna
mm,
die. I want to kill myself. I want to do this." It's because they were doing all the wrong things for all the wrong people for all the wrong reasons, and they hated it. So that made me like, I need to go write down in a book somewhere like, "Hey, these are my values. This is my purpose. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing." So I can remember why I started in order to be able to sleep at night. Then I saw the other realm of it where it was just, I got nothing better to do. This is all I know. And it's like,
mhm.
I don't want to get stuck to just having to let somebody make my own mistakes. Like basically being put on a pedestal in a way. Like the only life I can live is the life that this person gives me. That's a slave mentality.
Right.
Like you're only gonna make it based on how this person views you or how this group of people view you. That's your only claim to success. That's your only claim to purpose. No, there's got to be more to life than that. Like we didn't come here just to be working and sacrificing every single day. Like tomorrow might be your last, and that's what your last day. And the fact that people just always just say, you know, one day I'm gonna do this, one day I'm gonna do that. Like I said, tomorrow might be your last day. Tonight might be your last day, and that's what you want to say. You can't keep pushing things off. You got if you want something, you got to go for it right then and there. So that's what gave me that mindset. It's like I don't want to end up like that, and I damn sure don't want to end up like that. So finding that balance. But I think where people make the mistake is they think that they have to do things by themselves, and you
Mm,
don't. You don't necessarily have to do it with your family members. You don't necessarily have to do it with like your close friends or anything like that. You can easily get like a growth coach I started seeing a growth coach. Her name is Narisha Evans with Nice Growth Group, and she actually, took some of the things that I wanted to do and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna hold you accountable. If you say you're
Mm,
gonna make this goal, this is what I'm gonna do. Get somebody that's gonna hold you accountable. Surround yourself with people that want to be better or have a like-minded thinking. Another thing you can do is if you feel like, oh, I want to do this, but this is holding me back. This is holding me back. Don't feel like you have to rush into it. Take your time and actually get help. That's why I'm working with these type of organizations that offer therapy. Like, don't think like therapy makes you weak or anything like that. Strong
mhm.
people need help too. And it
Yep.
might not just to be to cry or have emotions or anything like that. Sometimes you just need to be heard. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you like, no, that's okay to feel that way. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So get you a support system that best fits you. Figure out what you want to be and who you want to be, and it'll just the rest of it just falls in place.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that because that's something too that a part of what I would like to do. There's a few people. It seems that I attract sometimes people that are in like just getting over recovery, or
Mm-hmm.
they are in the midst of recovering, right? And with that, I was thinking about creating some form of a program to where it incorporates that, right? Like a recovery mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, what you were saying, therapy isn't something that's like making you weak or something like that. It sometimes I believe that that connotation scares people. I've been one of them, so that's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking to it because it's something that I've been exploring. I'm also thinking about taking some psychology classes simply to get an
Mm-hmm.
idea of what all of that is. Because when you get to a certain space, sometimes it is just you, and if you don't have anybody to talk to, you messed up.
Right.
You try to reach out to people that don't understand what you're going through, and it frustrates you even more,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not healthy. That's not
Right.
something that we can continue to do. And like you were saying, this is something we have such a large wide open market, because especially in Arizona, because there's not a lot of minorities here that are doing that type of stuff. And so to be able to reach out and have that outlet, sometimes you won't know exactly who to go to. And so you got to find that, you got to research it. And um do you have any of those resources? Do you use any of those resources?
Yes. All the time. All the time. Like, I've been depressed before. I've had suicidal thoughts before. I
Hmm.
had moments where I just wanted to give up and just felt like I was worthless. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
actually, because I went to therapy, I found out that I was a fully functioning depressed person. So I
Wow.
found out that one of my things that I do is when I'm feeling something, and because I don't speak on it, I don't say anything because I'm that strong friend, I start a new project, and that helps me take my mind off
Mm,
it. And then
right.
before you know it, I just start working. I start doing something. I find happiness within that project, but something triggers what I skipped over. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like
Right.
it's fully functioning, but I'm still going through it. I still have that hurt. I still have those triggers, and I feel like every time I do it, I just start a new project. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's gonna be over one day. I'm not gonna have to deal with this one day. I'm gonna be, and that's not safe. You have to deal with it because you're gonna constantly have triggers. You're gonna constantly have moments where you want to break down. So yes, I do utilize therapy. I do utilize having a growth coach. Like, you got to have something to hold you accountable. You got to have somebody to talk to and release. Because, like you said, when it's just you, it can become a very dark place if you don't have somebody lifting you up.
Hmm. Yeah, so anybody out there listening, y'all, like, just do some research on it. Don't feel like it's making you weak or anything like that. If you need
Mhm.
to reach out and get some help, in the form of therapy, definitely research that, because that's something that's one of those hidden things that people don't really talk about. I mean, they talking about it, but it's still way overshadowed than
Mhm.
anything than a lot of people talk about. Being depressed and being in depressed states and stuff like that, especially
Mhm.
with males. It's just meant for us to just suck it up and keep it moving. But it's really important to start thinking about some stuff like that. We got to start changing the way we look at everything, because that old way of looking at things, again, it's time for us to expand our awareness of what
Mhm.
this actually is, break down what that process is, and then demystify it, like break it
Right.
down so that it doesn't seem like, oh, this is what this is. It's like, no, you don't know unless you really get into it and really understand it and really actually go through the process. Then we can
Right.
speak to it. But it's been so long to where, the recommendation down the street from Jay, who didn't ever go through therapy, is like, oh no, therapy for suckers. And then it's like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, well, no, therapy for suckers. And it's like, no, has he ever been through therapy? Does he even know what
Right.
that is?
How do you know? You know what I mean? And like I said, it's just you gotta trust the process. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, like, it's gonna hurt because they're gonna call you out on it. They're gonna ask
Mm,
questions that you ain't never had nobody ask you. And it's like, you know what, dang, I didn't consider it like that.
mm,
So it's like you gotta be willing to open to the process. But one thing I will say, don't go unless you're ready for change, unless you're ready to do it. Because the last thing you want to do is
mm.
waste that resource because there's so many
Right.
people that need it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're not ready to actually do the work and actually be ready to be self-disciplined and held accountable, don't do it. Wait,
Got
you know what I'm
you.
saying? Wait till you get to that point to where you really want change. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just just do it in your time. Don't force it. Don't do nothing like that because they're there to help you. They're gonna be there to help you, but trust the process.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's good advice, man. I hope y'all keeping taking hold of that, writing down some notes. But
Yes.
so what you got going on now? Like what all you got spinning the plates on there?
Man, what don't I got? So
You still
let's
doing
see.
the show?
We're working on season 2. We got some production going on. Due to my health, I actually had to slow production down and just once I said, like I said before, give myself grace, get that taken care of. If you don't leave me alone, you know who keep eating the laptop and stuff, trying to get his camera time. But yes, it's still up and going right now. I am the marketing and merchandising creator with Icebreakers. We just came back from California. We did a major event for the weed festival out there. It's an annual weed festival in Las Vegas at Area 15. So we went ahead and just did that. um, I'm working with a new hairstylist. She goes by Kay Slay. She's off 35th Avenue in Camelback.
Mm,
So I'm gonna be putting some of her hairstyles up so she can get that. She works in natural hair, weaves, wigs, all of that. So little stuff coming day by day. But like I said, taking it easy, getting my meditation doing my morning affirmations. No matter how much of a passion that is for me, I am remembering to continue to put myself first, setting my
mm-hmm,
boundaries, because
mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to set overwork myself with everything going on. I'm just staying focused on what's important. Like marketing is important, but I feel like my purpose has been redirected into mental health and getting that taken care of. I
Got you.
think I'm missing something. Pastor Jamal Mitchell. He is having a suicide prevention on July 23rd. I will send you the details. You can post about that later. But
Okay.
that's kind of what I just like. I feel like my purpose has been redirected from providing information about entrepreneurs to helping them maintain what they got going on. Because you can only go so far as far as being a business owner and stuff like that if you're not mentally, physically, and spiritually ready for that.
Mm,
So yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of what I've been doing is helping people get to their blessings and helping people maintain them.
That's the man. That's the truth right there. That's what's
Mm-hmm.
up. Man, yeah, you have when you got that type of mentality, man, it's a balancing act of everything, man. There's so much that goes on, and then you can get lost in the creative process of things, and you can lose yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
that's something that we definitely want to, because this the entrepreneurial game is not all like super rosy and easy and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
It's not
pretty
for the weak.
difficult. It's,
it's
it's
not.
not for the weak.
It's
It's
not
not
for
for
the
the weak.
weak.
Yeah,
It's
and you
not.
got to be
It's not
real
no
disciplined.
9 to 5. It's not no 40 hours a week. Entrepreneurship is 24 hours a day. You don't make no
Right.
money unless you go to work. So it's not for the weak. You gotta be ready for that. If something go wrong, you the one who gotta fix it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like it's on you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 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 the truth, man. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. So, with the people that I'm interviewing, even myself, if y'all see me, y'all see the people that we interviewing, like, it's to keep it in the realest perspective possible is definitely one thing that I want to do, and help y'all to understand the type of mentality that you need to have, and definitely certain things like this play into part as far as expanding your awareness to, do you need therapy, do you need some assistance, always having somebody that's helping you grow is important, because they always say the people you surround yourself with are helping you to grow into that circle. So you want to make sure that you continue to surround yourself with positive people, with people that are in their purpose or that are trying to get to their purpose, so that y'all can have the same direction.
Right.
um but yeah, what's the goals, for the future, man? What you got lined up for the future?
Um, no goals. No
No,
goals.
no.
This is a faith journey I'm on. So it
Mm,
is I'm just learning. I'm learning, I'm reprocessing, I'm getting my chakras in alignment.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this right now there is no goals. The goals is to maintain peace. Whatever happens within that time happens within that time. I'm just going.
Wow. Walking
Mhm.
by faith, not by sight,
Yes,
man. That's
walking by
woo.
faith, not by sight. That's where I'm at right now because I've been doing things my way for the longest, and just random stuff be happening. Like I said, I feel like I'm being pulled in a different direction. Don't know
Mm,
exactly what path this is, but I'm just going because it feels right. So that's all I can say for that. There are no goals. There's no real expectations. It's just I'm just living, breathing.
wow. Got you. All right.
Mhm.
Well, that's what's up, man. Yeah. So where can they follow you at? Where can they follow you at on social media?
Everywhere miss underscore opportunity 93, and that's MISS. So definitely do it. I respond faster on Instagram because that's where majority of all my messages come from. But Facebook, Miss Opportunity, Instagram, LinkedIn, the whole nine, I'm there.
Got you. All right. Well, y'all heard it, y'all. All right. I hope you got some really valuable information out of here, Miss Opportunity, man. Because yeah, you've been doing this for some years, so
Yes.
it's really, really good information here, y'all. So definitely go follow her. Go look into what she's doing and stuff like that. And yeah, yeah. Always remember, y'all. Always remember that mindset matters more than anything else. Oh
Mhm.
man, I'm gonna preach that until I'm gone. That's it. I
Yes.
found it. Straight found it. So until next time, y'all, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. All the links are in the description. I'll have links at the bottom too, where you can follow Miss Opportunity, and we'll see you later. All right.
All right.
Anytime. Out.